Hi there, it's Joseph here at Edge Dynamics making a shave video, and I've got some razors as usual. These ones are restorations, so I've stopped making razors for a few weeks to concentrate on customer restorations and some of my own restorations for the website. But these, what I've got here today, are some customer restorations. First up, we've got this beautiful razor, which is a Marshes and Shepherd, and I've put it in this buffalo, in buffalo scales, and unfortunately you need artificial light to see how special these scales are, because they've got streaks in them, kind of pearl streaks, really nice. And I've given it a aluminium wedge just to set it off, and the razor's really nice, and I think that's focusing. And I honed this up last night, full Nagora progression on a Nakayama, and hopefully it shaves well. You can see there's a near wedge. Problem with this razor and just about all the razors is the fact that they all veer off to the right. So getting them to centre, you know, that was the biggest problem. So I removed steel off the tang area, you know, to compensate and get them to centre. And I'm just really happy they centre. So, because you take too much steel off and that's it, you're in big trouble. Next up is another customised, in the same vein. It's in the buffalo, and this one's a Wade & Butcher full hollow. Got another aluminium wedge, and I think we've got the Solingen type collars with they're silver or steel, and we've got brass 1.5 pins. And as you can imagine, hollows are really hard to restore, but I've done what I can with this, and it's paper thin, the edge. So this was done on the Azuku Karasu, and we'll see what that does. And again, another nightmare to centre. And some of these, basically what it is from heat treatment, and they bend around here at the tang, and 99% of them bend to the right. Some of them bend and twist. So, I mean, they're fine on the stones, they sit flat, but it's just skew whiff and hard, very hard to centre. Next is, I suppose it's customisation. It's a beautiful razor, this one is. It's Joseph Melton, and these are the original scales which I've restored. And I put these collars on there, brass collars, silver pins. I gave it in another aluminium wedge, and this one actually bent off to the left, which was a bit strange, but we sorted it out and got it centering. And it's got this lovely little clipped off bit at the top, which I may have to steal that idea. It's really nice. And it's a really nice blade. One thing about this that I did notice when I was honing it last night is how light it feels. So I'd be interested to see how that shaves. Again, full Nagora progression on a Maruka. You can probably see this one tilting. And finally, A really nice razor, this one. It's a Bengal, and again I've put it in the buffalo. This is just pure black buffalo, I think, and you can see I sort of squared it off, kind of give it a bit of a gothic, and it's beveled as well to give it a gothic type look. And again, got the aluminium wedge. I'm getting quite good now at making aluminium wedges, and the blade is actually quite large for a Bengal. Not sure I've seen one this big before, and it was just under 8/8. This one, it had a belly around here and like a smile here, so it was all over the place. So I had to take the blade back a little bit, and this was done on the Izuku Karasu, and you can see there's this lovely grind. It's actually, when it gets to the belly area, it's like a long belly, so it's quite hard to see the belly, but it is there. And again, and this one was probably the worst one to get it to centre, but it's all good now, and it closes really nice. On top of all that, I've got a razor which was just in for honing, and I think the customer was having trouble honing it, so he sent it to me. It's a Riger razor, and it's an 8/8. It's a huge thing, and I had some issues honing it, but I got there in the end. Well, as far as I know, it's HHT, so whether it shaves well, we'll find out. If it does, then that's a success. So we go today with the Aqua de Parma, which is what I've been using mostly. It's all I've been using actually. Since I learned to take a bit, drop it in the bowl, I'm even more impressed with this stuff than I was before. Of course, we've got the big Plisson. It's the only brush I use. I don't think I'll ever use another brush. I've got a few. I've got a smaller one of these, which is a shame it just sits there, but you know, can't use two. And I've got quite a beard, which is not ideal for shave testing really. You just want one good blade to get rid of this mess, but I'll be glad to get rid of it. But yeah, I could do this forever. This feels really nice. This is the kind of pampering that I deserve. Right. Let's go. So first up, the Marshes and Shepherd. I mean, I feel guilty actually putting this to my face. God forbid I get a water stain on the blade. So I have to prepare actually to get it cleaned off quickly after I've tested it, because I put a lot of time into this. So let's see what happens. I had to hone this actually like 3 times. And I think I got there. Yeah, that's very nice, yeah. Yeah, I mean, perfect. Couldn't really feel it. Definitely could tell that's had a full progression on a good stone. But I'm not sure which one I'll shave fully with. Let me just clean this up, because it's pristine, and I'd rather just send it back pristine. It's beautiful. Very nice. You can see as well my understated scales. You know, they're not wide, they're not extra long. You know, in my eyes, that's just about right for a nifty nifty little razor. Right, let's try the Wade and Butcher. I mean, you may be able to see the streaking in the scales. I'm not sure if that shows, certainly hardly shows in daylight, but either way, let's see how this performs. And I've been looking at this, I can't tell if this is a regrind or if it was made like this, but it's probably a regrind, isn't it? Let's see. Wow, that is nice. It's super sharp, but effortless to remove that hair. All the credit goes to the Izuku Karasu. I don't know how it does that, but this was 12 laps, 1K bevel set, 12 laps done, that's it, stropped, and it just gives the best for full hollows. You know, for things like Philharmonicas, full hollows, this is amazing. Yeah, I certainly don't want to mess with that edge now. That'll get a little strop and a spray of clippercide. Right, it's all going well so far, so let's go for the Joseph Melton. This one, we'd expect this to be really good, just by the looks. No. Well, the problem with this, it's just not super smooth. I mean, you can feel it cutting the hair, whereas the first two you couldn't feel it cutting at all. So could well be the steel. Well, obviously it is the steel because it's not my honing. But yeah, you can feel it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just the steel. It's the type of steel that you can feel it. So I won't rehone that because it is what it is. I'll just strop it because I know I did a good job on it. It's HHT and well, I didn't overdo it, I didn't underdo it, it's good. So it's just not, doesn't really compare to Wade and Butchers and those types. Right, now this one, they spent a lot of time on the DMT plate. I don't know if my diamonds are like not as coarse as there was, or this steel is super strong, but let's see what happened with this. Wow, yeah, we got a winner. So this is better than the Wade and Butcher, and the Wade and Butcher was faultless. Yeah, so I think this is just thinner. Wow. Yeah, it literally feels like you're shaving with a piece of paper. So that's a win-win, that one. I'm really glad about that. Glad? Yeah, excellent. Okay. No, this one's quite important, the rigger razor. Is there something wrong with it? Let's find out. Why I'm having trouble seeing. No, there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know what this is. Is it tool steel? 01 tool steel, but again I can feel it. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But when you go with super smooth wedges that you can't feel to something that you can feel, you do notice it. But it seems to be going super close. So I must show you, this is a little bit weird, the shape of this razor is actually, but not weird in a bad way. I don't want to say anything bad about anyone's work, because it's better than I could do. The grinding on this is amazing. So I can't mess with those other razors, they're perfect, they've got to stay like that. So I'll shave with this, I'll rehone this one. And basically next week, like today's Saturday, next week I'll get back to making razors. I mean, so far I've made quite a few, but I've sold 2. I've only had 2 that were like perfect. And you know, to stop working on razors, to stop making razors and do restoring, it was a bit of a nightmare. So I had to sort of force myself to do it. But it's important that I got everything done that I had to do. I've done like 9 customer restorations, and I've done 5 for the website. But the 5 for the website, they'll get finished tomorrow. I might have to drag it out to Monday because I'm dealing with sterling silver, mother of pearl, you know, some real good stuff there. And there's a pair of mapping and webs, which I just finished today, actually this morning. So I want to get those done, get those photographed. But as I say, Monday, sparks will fly. And also as well, I'm having a new web page. I don't know if I've told you this, but I'm having a new web page made for custom razors. That's really important. But my next shave, hopefully I'll have, I'll try and get my next shave in before I've made any of my razors so I can show you the my restorations. Right, so of course we've got the old Aqua de Parma. This is the whatever, intense, yeah. Right, so we're just going to take me some hours to put this video together, to edit out all swearing and violence. But you know, if I can make a mini clip video as well, but that depends. If I can take good photos of all these razors, then I'll make a mini clip video. But at least I've made a video. At least I've had an excellent shave. Yeah, no irritation, nice and smooth. Just a little bit rough there, always am. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.